Do you have that special someone in your life that you know is the one? You know that you want to be with them forever, you want the future, you want the kids, you want the dream life, but for some reason they're not quite acting right. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you how exactly to get the best version of your specific person. So stick around to find out. Hi everyone, welcome or welcome back. My name is Matthew and today I am here to help you get the best version of your specific person. But before we get into that, if you are interested in any of my services at all, check the links down below in the comment section and the description. They'll take you to my website. With that said, let's get into this video. I have this client, and from when she came to me to where she is now, she has made an extreme amount of progress and I couldn't be prouder of her. However, there is a cycle within her SP's behavior, as she has noticed it herself and she's working on changing it. But that cycle is, when she's away from him, she focuses on self-concept, she puts herself first, she becomes the priority, and SP basically comes begging her for her attention. But then as soon as they meet up, or as soon as they're about to meet up, she then goes back to the old version of what she sees of him. He's going to be late, he doesn't want this relationship, he doesn't want this, this and this. And thus when they meet up, a lot of the times he does act a bit like that. Or he might cancel dates or anything like that because of the version that she is still holding in her mind. This journey that she is on is extremely important for people to understand because it shows the power of self-concept. By retracting her energy and placing it on her, she has her SP crawling toward her. But without changing the version fully of him that she holds in her mind, she is still getting that old version. So the first thing to take away from this is, what version are you holding of your SP in your mind? You say that you want the best version of them and that you're doing the work and everything, but when you see them, are you still focusing on them talking about their exes? Are you still focusing on them being late? Are you still focusing on them saying that they want to be friends and nothing more? When they say these things, are you holding that version of them in your mind, or are you letting that stuff go and continuing to persist in the new version of them? Because self-concept absolutely can bring someone in, but if you aren't going to change the version that you hold in your mind, that will also replicate. So take a look at the version that you hold in your mind about them and tell me, is that genuinely the best version of them? If you really break down what it is that you think about them, when you're going to meet them, what do you think? When you think of how they act, what do you think? Check all of that and then genuinely, honestly comment below if you can honestly say that that is the best version of them that you are holding in your mind. Because I can almost guarantee that it's not. Especially if you're watching this video because you are accepting that they aren't the best version yet and thus want to create it, which is why you're watching it. I'm happy you're here, obviously, but there is a flaw in the version of them that you're holding in your mind. So just like my client, when it comes time to seeing him, or when he is speaking, or when he is acting, make sure that you are focusing on the desired version of him or her. Anything that they say that is undesirable doesn't matter to you, because in your mind, he is the way that you want him to be, or she is the way that you want her to be. You persist in the knowing that they are that, and anything that appears that is undesirable doesn't have room for you in your new version. This then leads me on to my next point of your self-concept. Obviously, we've just spoken about the version of them that you are holding in your mind to be the dominant version that they are going to experience. However, are you holding up a self-concept that says, I deserve the best and only the best? Because you get what you are in this world. So if you are worthy of the best, then you will get that. However, are you still seeing this person as out of reach, as on the pedestal, as the prize, and that you are not worthy of them? Or they've dated people in the past that were better than you in your opinion, and thus that's why they don't want this relationship with you, or stuff like that. Is your self-concept in line with them being the best version? Because what this client does, which is amazing, is whenever he shows up and he isn't really giving her what she wants, giving her the best version, she basically says to her, I accept the best and only the best, and then leaves him to it. She goes off and spends some time on her own. She goes off and does her own thing. And thus, that's where the self-concept work comes in. Because she's saying, if you're not going to act right, then I'm not interested, basically. Then goes off and puts herself on the pedestal, says, I'm the prize, and if you want me, then you got to act right. Which is why he then comes crawling, acting right. And then obviously then her version of him is what makes it go back wrong again. So are you operating your self-concept from a place of, I am the prize, I am all deserving, I am worthy of the best version of you, and I will only accept the best version of you? Because we don't accept crumbs, we don't accept half-assed, we don't accept hot and cold. What we accept is the best version because we are worthy of that. This isn't even from an ego standpoint. This is simply from, I am me, I want to live my best life, I want to have the best relationship with you as I can possibly have. So if you aren't going to act right, then it's not right for me. And I know some of you might be wondering, well, if I'm acting like that, then surely that means I'm not going to get it. That's not true at all, because you are saying, I deserve the best and I will only accept that. Which means your subconscious mind is going to say, well, if we deserve the best and we'll only accept that, then I'm going to push out something that we can accept. Because in your mind, you're also changing the version of them so that they are the best that you will accept. So when your self-concept and your version of them align, that's when you have the perfect relationship. This is why people that even self-concept work all the time will bring you in a better version. However, if you're still holding on to an old story, that is also what you will get to some regard. That's where a lot of cases hot and cold come from. Hot and cold either come from, sometimes I feel worthy, sometimes I don't, and it's sort of a self-concept where they work on it a bit and then they drop it, then they work on it a bit and then they drop it. Or having a great self-concept to bring them in, but then on the other hand, you're not letting them be the new version. So to sum it up, see yourself as worthy and deserving of this, the best version of this person. See yourself as the prize, yourself as the pedestal, you as the person that they should be chasing. They need to be the best version of themselves in order to get your attention. And then on the other side of the coin, see them as the best version. Drop whatever negative stuff that you seem to want to hold on to about them and change that to the good. The more that you focus on the good, the more that you repeat the things that are good in your mind about them, even if right now those things are bad. For example, if they keep showing up late, the more that you say to yourself, wow, they're always on time. Wow, it's amazing that they show up on time all the time. Even when they're late, they let me know and they're really apologetic and they're amazing. The more that you repeat this new story and not give in to the old story or the old reflection, the more that new version will come into play. The more that you repeat to yourself that you're in this relationship, the more that version of them will come into play, while simultaneously working on the fact that you are worthy and deserving of this most amazing relationship. So that is how you get the best version of someone. Only accept the best via self-concept. Only see them as the best when you're thinking of the version of them. It's really that simple. I trust this video has helped, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.